The Suns made Curry contemplate his life decisions.
Gave it up to Green, sidestep three, cash!
And the Magic finally exposed the Hornets Cinderella story.
They have taken the heads and the hearts of the Charlotte Hornets right now. Charlotte looks like they want to get on that bus.
So let's start in Phoenix for what could easily turn into the final rodeo for the last bits of the Warriors championship crew. But before we get into it, I gotta show you Dillon Brooks a day prior when asked about who he wants to play next, and his choice was obvious.
I don't think it mattered. I think it mattered to some people like myself. I would like to see the Warriors.
What is it about the Warriors for you that makes it you want to play them?
Steph and Draymond. That's it. And Steve Kerr.
So everything was set for a showdown between the two old foes, and the Suns struck first.
5 seconds. Brooks for three. Bottoms. One man to beat. Podziemski, no. Slapped out of there by Goodwin. Oh, nice feed. Iguodala with the flush. Porzingis trying to give it back to Green. Warriors sloppy early. Jalen Green open for three.
The Warriors looked lethargic at the start, turning the ball over 4 times in less than 4 minutes, which the home team exploited to the fullest. Knowing where 99% of the danger comes from, Phoenix made sure to keep the pressure high on Steph at all times.
Great with that knee injury, and he stepped out of bounds. 6 first quarter turnovers for the Warriors. Curry, top three, no good.
And Jalen Green with another big three.
Green had 35 on Tuesday. Tough pass. Warriors continue to cough it up. 7 turnovers.
Curry finished the first quarter with only 2 points and 2 turnovers. And when you cut the head of the snake, what remains is just an ordinary rope.
Booker rises and hits. Just 33% from the floor. And Porzingis opted to toss it outside and threw it away. O'Neal doesn't need a lot of space. Pull up over Santos is pure.
The Suns used that to build a huge 18-point lead after one. And this is a funny thing to ask, but do you remember Podz saying that he wants to succeed Curry when he's gone? Well, he looked ready to do that in the second period.
Nice pocket pass, Podziemski the finish. In the lane outside, Podziemski got a tray. Pass inside, Podziemski.
With Steph struggling to find his rhythm, Brandon picked up the slack and with 10 of his 23 points in the quarter, got the Dubs within 5 before the break. So coming out of it, while Warriors fans were desperately waiting for Curry to get hot, Jalen Green was sizzling on the other end.
Warriors within 4.
2-possession game. Green bully ball. This play kid challenges. Green stays red hot. Santos with the switch. Green off the front iron, off glass, and in.
Green had it going all night long actually, especially from downtown, nailing 7 threes before the final period even started. Meanwhile, Steph was nowhere to be found, missing all 3 shot attempts in the quarter, which Golden State finished trailing by 9 points.
Highsmith has the assignment on Curry. Curry on the drive. Curry down the lane, can't hit the lane.
However, you can never write off a legend like him, and he showed exactly why at the start of the fourth.
Curry fires and hits. Out to Santos. Curry all day.
Uh-oh, 2 threes in a row and now the margin is only 7 points. You better watch out if you're the Suns. Thing is, they didn't need to care at all because they had this guy.
Green on the move, lays it up and in. Back to back. Gave it up to Green. Sidestep three. Cash. Kept the pivot. Toss out to Green. Green again.
A 7-0 personal run by Jalen to bump the lead to 14 points. Everything was going in for him last night. 36 points on 70% efficiency. It's like it was his birthday or something. Golden State was hanging on for dear life at this point, still hoping they can somehow turn this thing around. But the reality hits different.
Booker, mid-range baseline. Jay is money. Booker now with the shot clock winding down. Tough three. Goodwin! A rainbow from the corner. Booker rises and hits. Timeout Golden State.
Not often can we see a dagger with 5 minutes left in the game, but that was it. The Warriors had no life or chance to get back into it whatsoever. Jordan Goodwin only set the exclamation point.
Tied up in the corner. Horford, pass stolen by Goodwin. Goodwin to the rack.
Huge props to him for balling out on both ends of the court last night. 19 points on 64% shooting to go along with 9 boards and get this, 6 steals. He acted as the main defender on Steph, holding him to only 17 points on a miserable 4 of 16 from the field. This made Curry contemplate his life decisions late in the game as he realized that this could be the end of it all. The three of him, Draymond and Coach Kerr shared a quick moment with a minute left, embracing the iconic run they've had together. But seconds later, in a classic Green fashion, we got circus.
And Draymond Green and Devin Booker having a heated discussion.
And there's the technical foul that we both knew Draymond had available to him. He's not going to let that one go.
And a double ejection. Scott Foster sending both Devin Booker and Draymond Green to the showers.
Man, Dre got in a meaningless trash talk with Booker, which got them both ejected by Scott Foster in garbage time. And he got out like only he can, throwing a stain on their honest defeat. The Suns' reward for beating their nemesis is facing the almighty Thunder in the first round. And of course, Brooks had something to say about them as well.
There are a lot of foul baiters on that team, so we gotta show our hands. I hope it's the real playoffs. Be calling too many calls, but we're gonna have our hands full with their driving, but. If our closeouts and our rotations are great, we'll be able to get them down lower into the shot clock and play our defense there.
Well, good luck with that. Moving on to Orlando now for the battle between the Magic and the Hornets, who won the season series 3-1, which got their hopes high. But boy, they were in for a very unpleasant surprise.
Banchero strong to the hole. Miller using the Diabate screen. There's the roll. Diabate denied. Banchero. Suggs head and shoulder fake. The fend off over Knipple for 2. Kick. Banchero doesn't take the 3. Leaves it for Carter, who rocks the rim.
Banchero and the Magic switched the physicality and the intensity to the max right off the jump. Then they set up their three-point aim for a total barrage in the first quarter.
Carter got him. A 3. Banchero flips it. Corner. Carter. Board, it's a 3. Turnover story this season for the Hornets has been an issue. Banchero splashes in a triple.
Orlando was overwhelming for the Hornets at the start, building a 17-point lead after 8 minutes of action. They had Charlotte in handcuffs, not allowing anything easy.
White rejected.
So things escalated quickly in the second quarter.
Ball fakes on a double. Wagner off balance, gets the roll. White drives, bounces. Williams, his 3-ball. Doesn't go. Carter ahead. Uncontested. Banchero! Banchero takes it away from Bridges. Magic are running. Wagner leaves it. Banchero! Bully ball!
Banchero demolished the Hornets inside the paint over and over again. Orlando really flexed their defense in this one, which resulted in so many easy points on the other end.
Orlando loving the contact and the physicality in this game.
Uncontested, Bane with the lay-in.
In one of those acts, Bane and Bridges got tangled up, adding more fire to an already buzzing crowd. And Stan Van Gundy just stated the obvious.
The Hornets have looked shell-shocked. The Magic are gaining confidence.
Absolutely right. Look, they have taken the heads and the hearts of the Charlotte Hornets right now. Charlotte looks like they want to get on that bus.
The Magic led by 31 points at halftime, and the game was pretty much over by that point. LaMelo Ball responded with 21 points in the third, but he had zero help from his teammates. It was a total demolition, to be honest.
Banchero, oh, that was nasty!
Orlando won the inside battle by a huge margin, 64 to 28 points in the paint. But you can say that's expected, as the Hornets are mainly a three-point shooting team, leading the league in attempts and makes this season. Well, they had a rough shooting night at the worst moment possible and lost the game. Only 26% from downtown as a team. That's what they say, you live and you die by the three-point line. The Hornets haven't made the playoffs since 2016, making the longest active drought in the NBA. And this fan in the front row had time to mock LaMelo on the free throw line, which was hilarious. Anyway, the Magic will face the Pistons in the first round, and I can say that they have a right to hope for a positive outcome because they went 2-2 against Detroit this season. Things will get physical between them, that's for certain. Man, I really like the way the Hornets have turned around their season, and honestly I wanted them to move on, mostly for their electric style of play. They gave us the best playing game ever that I know, and this is a great time to check it out if you haven't, so click right here and talk to you in the next one. Peace out.